Hey ladies! Today I want to talk about why you trigger competition in women around you. For obvious reasons, if you are stunning, people are going to want to pull the hairs out of their head from the follicle, okay? They're going to want to sabotage you, ruin your life, do all the things, right? But something I noticed is women will find ways to make you jealous of them when they find a chink in your armor. When they find something that you're lacking or they perceive that you're lacking, they will use that as leverage and armor against you. And shout out to Exoticals United because she made a video recently about this topic and she made a really excellent point. She said that when women find gaps in your life and areas where they think you're lacking in, they'll rub that in your face to try to compete with you. And the types of women that do this are really just insecure women, okay? These are just women who feel really bad about their own shitty lives and they don't know how to find joy in their life. They don't feel beautiful, they don't feel confident, they don't feel secure. And so when they find a woman who is all of those things, and she may not be married, or she may not have a child, or she may not have met a certain milestone that they put a lot of value on, they will use whatever milestone she does not have or has not achieved yet and use that as leverage over her to make her feel small. And you'll know that these women are insecure because this is their only strength and strong suit. They like to use milestones and goals that they hit, and they think that they have some type of power over you because you don't have it. And it's really disgusting. I've even experienced this myself. I had a friend who tried to rub it in my face that like she had a child and got married before me, when that was never my goal at the age that she got pregnant and got married. I was worried about growing in my career, growing in my business, and enjoying my life with my man. You know, I was new into my relationship and I'm still parenting myself, you know. I was young at the time still, and I just kind of felt like, why are you trying to use you having a kid as some type of like one up over me? And then it dawned on me that she has a different set of values and milestones that she holds near and dear to her. But the thing about these women is they don't understand your goals and milestones may not be my goals and milestones, or may not be where I want to be at that moment in my life. Some women don't want to have children in their mid-20s, while others do. But the ones that do tend to try to push it down the women who don't have kids' throat that, hey, look, I have a kid and da-da-da-da. You know, so I just kind of feel like they use things that they have achieved over you to make you feel like you're nothing. And only insecure women do this, ladies, because secure women support every woman at every stage in her life. You are the type of woman that probably claps for every single person in your circle, or any past friend, you know, or any current friend, any family member, any coworker, any acquaintance. You know how to show up for people and be happy for people in their season that they're in and not feel like it's a direct attack on you, you know? And with these jealous, insecure women, because you are beautiful and they perceive your life to be perfect and they feel like, you know, you've started a business and you have a thriving career and you have this and you have that and you are content, because that's really what it is. You're content, you know, you're not unhappy. They are irritated by your contentment. They're irritated that the pretty girl isn't suffering, struggling, down on her luck, down bad, unhappy, fat and ugly. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just be honest. You're none of those things. Yeah, you may not have it all, but you're content with what you do have. And for some people who see your beauty as a meal ticket or, you know, an easy way out card, like they think you just have everything all put together and they think that your life is perfect, they will try to find chinks in your armor or areas where they perceive you to be lacking in. So you could have the degree, you can have a boyfriend that treats you really well, you can have a nice home, you can live in a nice neighborhood, drive a nice car, have beauty, have brains, have personality, okay? So you have all the things, but maybe you don't have a kid, maybe you don't have the ring yet, maybe you don't have the house, right? Maybe you don't have the big friend group, because I know women who've tried to make me feel insecure about not having a lot of friends, you know? Maybe you don't have little things, but you have most things. You have things that signal that you're doing well for yourself, that you are happy with your life, that you are content. You know, your posture and your heart posture signals to people that, yeah, maybe I don't have every single thing yet. Maybe I haven't crossed everything off my list or met every single deadline or milestone, but I'm happy and I'm good where I'm at. These insecure women cannot stand that. They cannot stand that you look like the total package, you have it all together, and you're happy with your little life. You over here minding your business, living your beautiful little life, and there's some insecure basic Betty somewhere frustrated because you're not striving for all these crazy things that she's striving for because she has to prove herself through her accomplishments. Meanwhile, you just accomplish things and move on to the next thing. You're not hanging your hat on it. You're not making that your entire personality, you know? You are content no matter what stage of life you're in. A lot of insecure basic Bettys and weirdos, they need accolades to feel exceptional, to feel like they can prop themselves up as valuable in society because they may be lacking in pretty privilege or they don't feel beautiful or confident. You know, they feel like, all right, well, let me just go out and get a freaking doctorate degree and bust my ass and, you know, do all these things and hurry up and get married to the first guy that looks my way, even if we're not compatible, even if he's a weirdo. And let me hurry up and make kids because, oh, this and the other. I need to make sure I show the world that I was valuable enough to have kids. You know what I mean? They feel like they have to hurry up and do all these things to appear to be valuable and to appear to be high value because they feel less than internally. Women who feel full internally, who feel content internally, who have an internal locus of control, like Exoticals United always says, you know, you don't move when the world tells you to move. You don't go off of the world's timelines or deadlines. You don't move because society told you you need to have X, Y, and Z at a certain age. You're just moving and vibing to the beat of your own drum. That's going to irritate basic Bettys because they feel like you're living life on easy mode at that point. How dare she not have to go bust her ass how I do and have to get all these degrees to be seen as valuable or to have something good to talk about when she gets in a space with other women? How dare she just be resting on her laurels and being beautiful and getting things that she needs because of her beauty, while I have to go do all of these things. I have to go do backflips to keep my man interested. I have to be overly freaked out and try to rush and go reach these milestones, even though they're premature and they're not ready for me yet. And I'm not ready for them yet. And I'm going into debt trying to prove a point. She doesn't have to do any of that. And she's happy. How dare she? How dare she be happy, content, and fulfilled while I have to do all of these things just to have a sliver of the type of attention, anointing, happiness, and joy that this beautiful girl has. And this is why I say, ladies, only deal closely with women who are on your level and women who are content. You will know a woman is content when she upkeeps her beauty, she rests in her femininity, and she is not flailing and frantically trying to reach milestones or to achieve things in spite of the people around her, or to be able to say, haha, I got here first, or I achieved this, what about you, where's your stuff? And they dangle, you know, she doesn't feel the need to dangle things in the next beautiful woman's face because she understands that everything comes in its due season. She understands that forcing things gets you nowhere. It gets you piss poor results. It gets you with the wrong people. It puts you in the wrong circumstances. It makes you unhappy in the long run. You know, other beautiful women who are secure in themselves and who are not competing with other women around them, they understand divine timing, and they understand that in order to get anything, you have to move with ease and you have to just let things flow and come to you. Okay? So, ladies, I'm so curious to know, have you ever met a woman who may be a basic Betty or maybe didn't have the pretty privileges that you have? And was she super inclined to compare her achievements and accomplishments to yours? Did she look for chinks in your armor or areas or gaps in your life that you may not have achieved yet, but she has, and use that as leverage over you? I'd love to hear your comments down below. I'll also be leaving my email in the description box so you can share your stories there as well. Have a lovely day, ladies.